All right, we're back with another floor video on my channel. If you haven't seen my previous channel, I encourage you to watch it. You can find a link in the description or just scroll through my YouTube and you will find that link. I showed what I had to deal with and a couple of tricks, how I install this vinyl floor on the tiles. So if you are looking to get your floor on the tiles, you will find this video very useful. But today we're in my bathroom with my little tiny bathroom, and I'm going to be installing the same floor coming from the living room into corridor and going in here into my bathroom, because I really want the same floor, have a nice transition. I'm tired of tiles. I don't want these tiles anymore. They look ugly. I do not want the tiles in here, period. I'm tired of stepping with my barefoot feet out of the shower and hitting cold tiles. Rugs, I'm tired of dealing with the rugs. They get dirty. They constantly moving around. I absolutely hate it. I don't want no rugs here, period. And I want a nice, warm feeling of the floor, which this is what's going to provide you if you install an LVP floor. Now, I said LVP multiple times already. It's a vinyl floor plank. So basically this is a plastic floor. It's very popular right now. You can find it anywhere. They come in the different colors, obviously. Different thickness. This particular one I bought from Lowe's, not a sponsor, but this one is at 5 millimeter. And when you're getting pretty thin laminate floor, it tends to do this, which this is what we need because we're installing on these terrible tiles, which I mentioned in the previous video, where they're all uneven. So this is really going to help to provide the warmness to your floor. Obviously you need to have a padding, and this is what I have here. This is padding I actually got from Home Depot. You will find a link in the description and the name you see right here right now because I forgot. It's like a cork style foam, ECF. I'm not quite sure what's the actual name of the company, but you will see right here on the top. This thing at 3 millimeter thickness, really nice cork plastic style floor. You see a close look at this particular product right now. This is what you need when you're installing on the tiles. This is what type of thing you need when you want to bring when you want to make your floor warmer, because all the other padding that I've seen don't do absolutely anything. You really want to add that thickness. That's what she said. But you really want to have something that really thick, because if you're just installing some sort of really thin 1 millimeter plastic, it's not going to do absolutely anything. It's just a vapor barrier. This is going to make noise proof, vapor barrier, obviously, and it really helps with the thermal exchange. So that means your floor is going to be much warmer. In my living room right now, it's absolutely day and night difference. So install the floor in a bathroom. Yes, no, yes, no. I've been encouraged not to do it. Don't do it. It's bad. You should have tiles in the bathroom. Who cares? This is my house. This is what I want to. I want it like this. I want to have a nice transition from the living room, the corridor, and coming out right here. Very nicely done. Clean, all nice in uniform. Now, before you doing it, whatever you are in the state, somewhere in the United States, different state, or in another country, you're watching this video from another country, I encourage you to look into your codes. Make sure you actually have a right doing it. Obviously, this is your house. Who cares? You're doing it for yourself. But if you're looking to sell your house, or you like a remodeling and then you're selling your house, you might not going to meet some sort of a code. Because the tiles should be in the bathroom for the moisture barrier, because it's getting really hot and cold. We're taking showers here, the water splash on it, you can have a mold, blah blah blah. But all this will happen definitely with just like a regular laminate floor, which they're saying it's a waterproof, but it's not, or like a hardwood floor. Hardwood floor, obviously the moisture is going to slowly over the years, you might have some kind of issue with it. But you just have to be careful. Make sure you don't splash water. If you splash water on your floor, clean it as soon as you can. And there is a couple of things that I will tell you as we go with this video, how to prevent that, because I know they are saying this is waterproof floor, but it's not. Yes, it is waterproof. It's not going to get damaged by the water because it's plastic. But here's the thing. If the water goes under it, this is where we're going to have a big problem. So for you to seal everything, I'm going to be installing actually silicone. I have it right here in the corner of my bathroom. I'm just going to be using one of these silicones, and I'm going to put it all the way around in the baseboards, and even in between of a couple of these planks, which you're going to see that pretty soon, especially in the area right here by the tub, because this is where all the water can splash. Now, I forgot to mention, what would you do with your cabinet, with your vanity? Obviously nothing. It's a lot of work to do. If you're not a plumber, you have to remove all this faucet, all the connections, just for you to pull out of the wall and remove it. Obviously toilet is super easy to do it. Everybody can do it, but with the vanity, I recommend you not to touch it because it's a lot of work, and when you replace your vanity, most of the time they're same size, so it's just going to go right over your floor. So we're just going to put the floor all the way around, and I make it super tight. So we're just going to silicone the corners, and it will look just fine in uniform. Now, I removed the door. I don't know if you noticed it on the beginning of the video. I completely removed the door because it's on my way. It's opening inside, not outside. So it's just going to be constantly on my way. I recommend you to just remove the doors when you're doing work like this. While you're doing all this work, make sure about the gases that coming out of the toilet pipe. So I encourage you to plug it for now while you working on it. This is super important. And let's go ahead and remove that back board and start putting the floor. Okay, so the floor is now cleaned, baseboards are removed, and since we're going to be in the bathroom, do yourself a favor and make sure you clean this super good with Clorox. I have a little bowl of water and Clorox here, high content of Clorox. I wiped everything all the way around here really good and let it dry, because I do not know what's in this corner. You see a video right now. Mold, not mold, dirt, I have no idea what is it. So just as a precaution, you can use these stuff as a pre-cleaning. That's what I was using, but you really need to have some kind of high content of the Clorox because you want to kill bacteria. You want to make sure there is nothing under this padding, because this padding is going to be airtight seal. We're going to make it airtight seal, especially all the way around with the silicone, when we're going to be silicone the baseboards and a couple of vinyl planks here at the front in this area. So you really want to be that sure there is no any kind of bacteria in there. In case there is a moisture will get in it, in case there's going to be water getting in it, you know it's going to grow. So make sure you clean it really good. That's what I did. I'll be about to do it maybe like one more time, and then we can go ahead and install these stuff and seal it with a tape. Okay, so my bathroom actually connects with the laundry, and I had to do this as a one run coming from one end to another. And as I lay that are the layman, I found out in my laundry I have one of those tiles that's sticking out really bad because of the bad job of the tiles that I mentioned in the previous video. But I'm just gonna show to you what I did if you did not seen my video before. but I marked that location and brought my magic tool, which is basically a grinder with a diamond blade on it, and start slowly removing that layer little bit by little bit as I go. Like I said, I showed this in the previous video how I did it. I had my living room was covered with this tiles that was just simply uneven, and you do not want this because your floor is not going to be uneven. This is where you just show me checking with my hand to make sure it's super smooth, and that's how it's supposed to be, coming from one tile into another. Make sure obviously you vacuum all that, because you don't want no pieces left behind the underlayment. It's going to make a noise, and this is it. That's how I clean it and make it super smooth. All right, so now I'm going to do something that I'm pretty sure you have never seen before done. I'm going to put a little bit of a silicone all the way around in each plank here in this area where I have the water the most, also around the toilet area, and I'm just going to be using this clear silicone. I'm going to be using a paper towel. You can get like a wet rag to remove it, but I actually prefer a paper towel for that. Now, it might seem that it's kind of useless because, as I mentioned earlier, these type of floors are supposed to be waterproof, but the waterproof between the seals is really not guaranteed. And over time, you know, while you're walking on it, there's a micro cracks happens here and there. And if you have a pile of water here that happens, for example, you let the water come out of here, you have a toilet that leaked. I'm going to show you how I seal around that flange as well in a minute. You're not really guaranteed for that, and you really do not want the water getting under. So it's just extra sealant. It's extra security for your floor to be super sealed. And as I said, in my case, I just need to use it in this area where I have my tub, where I have my toilet. The rest of the bathroom really don't need it. Really don't need it. Just this particular area. So let's get right to it. I pre-cut my silicone tube in really tiny little bit, and I'm just gonna run around it, insert all these already pre-cut plankers as I pre-cut them earlier, and remove excess of that silicone with just a paper towel. Now you're probably wondering, what a stupid idea, right? You're sealing the floor, and in case the water will end up getting under it, you have no way to go. Well, first of all, as I said, I'm only sealing the front, only the portion of the bathroom, and that's what you need to do too. Secondary, everything happens. You just have to be cautious, you know, have to treat your stuff good. And if not to pour buckets of the water on your floor, just have to be cautious. Clean it as soon as this happens, and not let that water sit for 3 days, and you should be just fine. The baseboard is now done behind the toilet. Just need to silicone a little bit more and cover the nails with the paint. And this is how my toilet flange look like. Yes, I know it's not perfect. I was working with just leftover pieces, whatever I had, just to make it work. Cut it out and trim it out with the multi-tool and put it all that, and obviously silicone all the area that needed. You will not be able to see it under toilet anyway, so it's not supposed to be perfect. But what else? The one thing that left is to do is you really want to silicone all this all the way around. I'm going to put a lot of silicone here to make sure if there is any kind of leakage happen under the toilet, the water will not start floating under the LVP floor, which is this is what's super important. You don't want no water under it. And this is it, guys. My floor is done. The project is complete. I also finished my laundry as it was connecting together. We have nice seal in this area. Every single planker is now silicone, and also you saw me installing silicone under all these baseboards before I was placing them in. Now, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching.